Hey guys, Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody had a restful break. I'm super excited to start posting on here regularly and hopefully share some more information and access to resources for you to help streamline your businesses. As I mentioned in my course, as designers, there are so many moving parts to every single one of our projects, and so much responsibility falls on our plates, and it can be super overwhelming at times. And what I've personally learned over time is that if we can streamline our processes and take every single project through the exact same process, it alleviates a lot of stress and it allows us to take on more projects, be more profitable, be less stressed, and onboard and train easily. So my goal throughout this group and community is to continue to share with you, like I said, resources to help streamline your processes and ultimately be more profitable and less stressed. So because it's a new year, 2024, the very first thing I want to cover and remind everybody is to have their cash flow spreadsheet set up so that you can have an overview of your entire business for the year and you can plan strategically what kind of projects you need to take on, when your slow times are going to be, and when your busy times are going to be. I just want to ask also who in this group has a cash flow spreadsheet and who doesn't. So if you could comment below, that would be great. And I'm going to screen share with you and just run you through a very simple cash flow spreadsheet so that you can get this set up for yourself if you don't already have one. Okay. So here we have a cash flow spreadsheet, and I'm going to go through it with you very briefly so you can understand exactly how to use a cash flow spreadsheet. So before I fill anything out, at the top of the spreadsheet is all of our design income. So this is all of the projects that we have and the payments associated with each project in each month. For example, the way that I charge is if I have a presentation in January, my clients are going to owe me money in January after that presentation. We're going to fill this out after. First, we're going to do a quick overview. So design income at the top. And then here, if you go all the way to the right, it will show you your total design income. At the bottom, we have our expenses. So I break it up into payroll, fixed costs, and variable expenses. Okay, and then we have, obviously, when it comes to owning your own business, there's certain perks. We can expense certain things like car insurance, car lease, dining out. So I've included an area here for expenses. And then at the bottom, it shows us our total cash flow and our bank balance at the beginning of each month and at the end of each month. So I'm going to say that in my bank account right now, we have $50,000 starting in January 2024, just to give us a little bit of cash. Okay, now I'm going to quickly fill out, I'm going to just do 2 projects, okay? So I'm going to say in January, project 1, I'm going to get $10,000, and then I'm going to have another presentation in March. Let's say I do my presentations every 6 weeks. So let's say for this year, I'm going to have a presentation with this client every other month. They're going to be paying me $10,000 just for the purpose of keeping it simple. And then I'm going to go to project 2. And so you can see now every month, every other month, I'm making $10,000, and then the other months are blank. Now I'm going to say project 2, maybe it's a little bit of a smaller project, and they're going to pay me $8,500 every other month because we have a bunch of different presentations to do. So now we can see that so far my projected income for 2024 is $111,000, which is great because the year just started. So I have already landed a couple projects from last year that are carrying over to this year, and now I know that I need to fill in the rest of my cash flow to make it a healthy cash flow positive year. Now we're going to go to the bottom and look at the bank balance, and we can see that without any expenses, at the end of the year, I'm going to have $145,000, and my total profit right now is $105,000. Now let's remember that I haven't yet done put any of my expenses in. So I'm going to say I have one employee, and let's say they get paid $2,500 a month. Okay. just so that you can see how the expenses were. Now, let's go down to our fixed costs. Fixed cost is anything like rent, if you have an office, office insurance, internet, software, tech support, bookkeeping, banking, accounting, all of those. Sorry, not accounting, but anything that's fixed and doesn't change. So let's assume that I have rent, and my rent is $800 a month. So I'm going to put that in just so I can show you what a complete cash flow spreadsheet looks like and how important it is to map out all these things. Let's go down to variable expenses. So these are things like that can change from month to month. So anything like job postings, oversights, mistakes we make on projects, clients' gifts, photo shoots. I'm going to skip that for now and go down to car insurance. And let's assume my car insurance is $1,200 a month. And this, again, is a personal expense that is sort of a perk that we can charge to our businesses. So now that we have filled in every category, we can now look at what our cash flow and our bank balance is looking like. So, and let's do an overview of our expenses versus our profits. In 2024, my total income is going to be $111,000, okay? Now we're gonna look at our total expenses with payroll, our fixed costs, our variable costs, and our total expenses are going to be $59,550. Now, all of a sudden, we input our expenses and we can see now that we were initially making $145,000, but now that has gone down to $51,000 because we have expenses that we need to account for. I can't tell you how important it is to have this for your profitability and success, and it's going to really help you have an overview of your year. I talk about this a lot in my course, how entrepreneurship can be a very lonely journey, and we all get panic-stricken at certain times where we think we don't have enough work or we're not sure what the coming months are going to look like. And this really gives you control over your business. You can see what your bank account looks like, how much you're going to have each month at the end of the month. And it helps you plan properly and really have a good understanding of your financial responsibilities associated with your business, and also what your year is going to look like overall from a profitability standpoint. So I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to comment below and let me know if there's anything else you guys want to know and if the video was helpful or not. All right, we'll see you guys soon.